I can't believe how passionate all of you are. A couple of weeks back, I decided to do a 20 most satisfying attacks video, and the comments came pouring in. So, due to popular demand, here are 25 more satisfying attacks in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Be sure to drop your most satisfying attacks in the comments section below, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more Smash Ultimate and Nintendo content. Keep in mind that these are in no specific order, as they all give me that tingling feeling. First of all, how is Ganon this flexible? Has he been doing yoga with Wii Fit Trainer? Because look at those splits. Seriously, dude throws up for that Volcano Kick before it comes crashing down to end future bloodlines. This KO's at, I don't know, like 1% or something. It has a lot of starting lag, so it's high risk, high reward, which is why it's the perfect attack to kick off this list. I'm sorry. Ridley's Skewer is bound to turn even the toughest characters into shish kebab. This sharp tail attack has a sweet spot that can make your opponents crumble like an over-soaked cookie in a glass of milk. Don't overdunk your cookies, people. But let's also talk about how this thing does 60% damage. No wonder characters are fainting. Skewer is an absolute showstopper. Don't worry, we didn't forget about the King's back air. King K. Rool has a couple spikes, but his back air is the one. This hefty alligator gets plenty of air and leans hard into this attack. You would think King K. Rool was competing in the NBA dunk contest with the amount of style he's got. This is one of the best spikes in the game, hands down, not to mention that you can do it without even jumping off the ledge. Mega Man made the last list with his down air, but his Mega Upper is a close contender. It's Mega Man's version of a Shoryuken, but it's solid and has a chunky sound when it hits. It also has great kill potential. The great thing about it is that it comes virtually out of nowhere, and next thing you know, you're taking a blue bomber uppercut to the jaw. Donkey Kong's forward air is one of his 12 spikes, but it feels the best because Donkey Kong puts his hands together if you wanna clap. But seriously, the wind-up on it is insane. You have to catch your opponent with a come-down, but the spike is absolutely soul-crushing. And as a DK main, every time I spike an opponent with a forward air, I hear a symphony of angels playing in my head. You know Yoshi is losing some brain cells on this one. His forward air swings his entire head at his opponent before dunking them. Yoshi may come off as cute, but he's actually a vicious dinosaur and it shows. There's no better feeling than picking a character that seems cute, only to completely stomp your opponent. So I ask you this, who is your go-to cute character that you're incredibly good with? Drop it down in the comment section below. Incineroar's Alolan Whip is satisfying, but only when it's perfectly timed. So the way this move works is you'll throw your opponent off the ropes and there will be one of three outcomes. You botch the attack, resulting in Incineroar looking like he tried to walk through a glass door, and everyone becomes immediately disappointed in you. You throw your enemy way up into the air, or you get that nice thud sound, and Incineroar hits the clothesline. Just using side B isn't enough. It requires some timing to pull off, which is what makes it so satisfying. Kirby's hammer is the definition of power. Dude looks like Griffey swinging for the fences. Not to mention, the longer you hold it, the harder he's going to lean into that swing. But you know this move is hot because even Kirby can't handle it. I don't know what it is about hammers in Kirby games, but they just seem to do the trick. Speaking of hammers, is it any coincidence that Kirby and DDD both made the list with hammer attacks? I think not. Wolf has risen up in popularity since he returned to Smash, which is completely justified because of how awesome he is. His side B doubles as recovery and a spike if hit at the right time, and the attack stuns before sending your opponent into the abyss. I would just recommend being careful if you plan on using this attack in the other direction, because if you're not confident that you can land it for a victory, you're just gonna fall to your death. Honestly, I don't think a character like Rob gets enough love. He's a good character with a lot to offer, one of those things being a powerful down air. It's the robot version of the Captain Falcon spike because he'll just lift up his feet, treads, wheels, thrusters, I don't know, whatever they are. What I'm saying is Rob prepares for the attack. There's that split-second delay before his thrusters pop, and when they do, your opponent gets caught in the flames and it's a good feeling. I've been playing a lot of Bowser recently, and I've come to appreciate how satisfying it is to land a forward smash. Bowser is a big boy, and he drop kicks. This attack will KO so low, plus it will break weakened shields, so it's a 2-for-1 special. Seriously, stay out of the way of this freight train because Bowser does not play around with the amount of damage that this thing does. Snake made the last list with his remote bombs, but let's talk about his forward air. Here's another character who has the flexibility of an Olympic gymnast. His down air is a heel spike that actually glows at its peak. That's how you know that this thing is going to hurt. The torque with how quickly Snake can whip that leg down is insane. It requires some timing to spike with, but don't all the best attacks? If this attack didn't make the sequel video, I would have to live my life in constant fear. Yes, Luigi's taunt spike is amazing. In fact, it's so good that you can't use it in quick play because it's so earth-shatteringly amazing that Nintendo's online service couldn't handle it. One casual kick from this behemoth, and you'll be praying for death's sweet release. Cloud's limit broken anything feels good when it connects, but there's a little something extra with the cross slash because you can see the pain in your enemy's eyes at the end of the attack. Cloud will swing his Buster Sword around like an experienced sushi chef, leaving your opponent in pieces. While the Belmonts are newcomers to the Smash series, they came in hot because they have quite a few attacks that soothe the soul. The first list contained their forward smash, but they're back again with their axe toss. I think it's just a combination of the fixed distance of the axe and the weight of the axe. There's few things that feel better than tossing a rogue axe off a stage and watching it connect for a KO. Samus and Dark Samus's neutral B, aka the charge shot, has been around as long as Smash, and along with Donkey Kong's punch, has pioneered the big charged attacks. Here's the thing about the charge shot though, it only feels good when it's full, and when it is, you can see that the force of the attack will knock Samus back a little bit. I don't want to refer to Peach's frying pan as her side smash because it's not. Peach's true side smash is a golf club, but for those of you who didn't know, angling the control stick up or down when using side smash will change Peach's weapon. Angling up will pull out the frying pan and knock your opponent upward, and angling down will pull out the tennis racket and line drive them away. Of the three, the frying pan is the best. The sound of the metal connecting with someone's skull might as well be a musical instrument. Sonic is making his first appearance with his back air, a clean hook kick, which is one of Sonic's best KO options. Landing it late doesn't feel as good, so you want to make sure you give yourself plenty of time during the wind-up to make sure that the heel connects. Villager's Tree requires a little bit of love because it's a multi-step process. First, you need to lovingly plant a seed that will grow into a happy tree. Next, you need to water it because seeds need water to grow. Lastly, you need to pull out your sharpened axe and butcher it for the sole reason of hoping it will crush your enemy. Oh, and it drops a piece of wood sometimes. This attack is versatile because you can catch someone with the tree growth, with the falling tree, and you can even run around with an axe for a short amount of time like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. I probably couldn't pick which stage of the attack feels the best because they're all good collectively. The doctor is in and prescribed a daily dose of, alright, medical puns are tired, but you know what's not tired? Dr. Mario's down air. This is the one reason that Dr. Mario is better than Mario. The doc will pick his feet up to his face before crushing an enemy. This has to be some kind of medical malpractice. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the last one. Piranha Plant is brand new and still finding his way around, but I can tell you this. The plant came with a ton of satisfying attacks. My favorite being the long stem strike. You can chow down on someone from a distance, and the snap of the attack when fully charged feels so good. Plant Gang, rise up. Greninja making the list with his down air. You have to be willing to commit to this one because Greninja is taking the plunge. However, you can still manage to recover if you miss, but when it connects and it spikes, Greninja has a nice bounce like you just hit the jump button off a Goomba in a Mario game. Another attack that's risky, but worth its weight. While Pac-Man's Fire Hydrant has no spiking properties, and it totally should, it has a similar feeling to Simon and Richter's Axe Throw. This goes for either way the fire hydrant can be used as well, dropping it directly down on your opponent or knocking it forward for the KO. Both are satisfying as hell. I don't think any throws have made the list so far, but let's talk about Young Link's back throw. There's just something about using the hook shot to grab your opponent, only to turn around and sidekick them behind you, especially when you can follow up with a forward air for a nice KO. This one may be the black sheep of the list, but you can't deny that it's great. The last slot is going to Ryu and Ken's focus attack because, like Ridley's Skewer, you can drop your opponents like a sack of bricks. A fully charged focus attack won't KO, but you can count on your opponent going down for the count. Although this will put your enemies to sleep, do not sleep on this attack. There you have it, 25 more satisfying attacks in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you haven't seen the first video, I'll leave a link to it in the description below, so make sure you go check it out. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to the channel, and you like Nintendo and Smash, consider hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell to get notifications when I upload. I also stream a couple times per week. If you'd like to go check me out on Twitch, you can find a link to my Twitch channel in the description below, along with my community's Discord server. But thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and we will catch you in the next video. Later.